Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm not too late. I didn't want to come out of my prayer um, box, wall, whatever. I didn't want to come off too soon. And I wanted to make sure I got myself together mentally so that God could use me this morning. I want to thank, first of all of you that prayed for my family. I'll share the praise report later. This is not what God told me to do today. Let me stay focused. Okay, listen, don't get in front of God. There are too many times, too many examples that we have that show us what happens when we get in front of God. A lot of the problems that we face that have some consequences that we can't really get rid of are the ones when we got in front of God. And what I mean by that is, I'm going to give you examples. When Abraham and Sarah were told that they were going to have a child, Sarah thought because she was too old or whatever, she was just going to help God. So she got on in front of God. And then when she got in front of God, she, let me put something here just so while these people sending me these texts, this phone won't fall. She got in front of God. And when she got in front of God, she had this baby, had Hannah have a baby for them. And so, I'm telling you now, she had to live with that for a long time. When you get in front of God, okay, David got in front of God. He knows what type of relationship he had with God. You can see where David was very popular throughout the scriptures. He didn't just fight Goliath. He got in a battle with others, and he ended up becoming king and all of that. So with that, hey Dale, good morning. With that, so when it came to Beth, I call her Beth Sater. Hope that's her right name, because sometimes I mispronounce the names in the Bible. But anyway, when he got with her and had her husband killed just so he could be with her or whatever, I'm telling you, God was not pleased with that. And so that's what I'm trying to tell you this morning. When you come to certain decisions, when you get in front of God, when you get in front of Him concerning, who you want to be married to, when you get in front of Him concerning these jobs, when you get in front of Him concerning your finances, when you get in front, please note that there are going to be some things that you're going to have to face. Some stuff that you ain't going to want to deal with. And some of this stuff is long term. Let me speak on behalf of myself. I got in front of God when it came to waiting for a spouse. I got in front of God more than one time. And all I can say is, woo-wee, Jesus. Thank you, Lord, for rescuing me. I got in front of God when it was concerning my health. I got in front of God when it came to, the things that He would have me to do. Like, I didn't want to write the books like He was telling me to write. So I decided I'm going to go do hair, and that lasted 5 seconds. And then I said I'm going to go and try to go to school for 15 other different things, and that lasted probably 2 or 3 seconds a piece. And then, my mind kept changing or whatever. And like I said, when you get in front of God, when you get in front of Him, when you move before He tells you to move, when you speak before He tells you to speak, when you do things that He told you not to do, I need you to understand that you're going to face some stuff that you don't want to deal with. And that is the truth. You're going to end up dealing with some people longer than you want to deal with the people. I'm telling you. You're going to end up being stuck in some situations that you're going to have to be, calling every day. Jesus, help me. Help me to face this again. Help me to face this another day. And these things happen. Y'all, I'm getting a lot of text messages. People are concerned about me and my family. Thank y'all. But you're gonna face different things. I'm telling you. So this morning I was trying. I didn't want to read the whole story, and so that's why I just wanted to give you where certain scriptures are when people got ahead of God and what the consequences are. Because I like for you to read the word for yourself. Okay. Good morning, Tyrese. I like for you to read the word for yourself, because I want you to get understanding. Okay. And I want you to be clear, of this stuff. Thank you, Dale. Good morning, Rhonda. I want you to be clear on the stuff for yourself. And I don't want it to be just hearsay, because when I talk about the Bible, it'll sound like I'm gossiping about people, because that's how good these stories are to me. I'm telling you. That's how good they are. The Bible is so good and rich with wisdom and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times when we read it, it comes across better. Y'all, I battle with this stuff every morning, but it's going to go away in a minute. But I wanted to say this. So, I was looking for biblical examples of it, and I gave you Sarah, Abraham. I gave you, let me see who else. Y'all give me somebody else. Come on now. Hey, Sean, love you. Because I don't want to be, look, good morning, Sharika. I don't want to be, David did it. David got, okay, Moses got in front of God. When they were at the rock and God told him and Aaron to do, to slay the rock, to hit the rock, look, and speak, excuse me. Thank you, Holy Ghost. To speak to the rock, and they decided to hit the rock. And look at the consequences. Look at the consequences. Good morning, Miss White. Look at the consequences. Okay. All right. When and I'm asking the Holy Ghost to help me this morning, because and I know it's plain, I know it's simple, so I ain't gonna stay before you long with all of this. Good morning, Cheryl. I ain't gonna stay before you long. Truth is hurt. It is what it is today. I'm just doing what the Lord told me to do, and that is to tell the people, don't get in front of me. When you get in front of me, this is what happened. And I'm telling you. And so today, I think he just want me to deal with my own life. Give y'all one of my own scenarios. Okay. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give y'all something out of the Book of Princes. So I was working at this job, and I had my 3 children already. Yes, Jonah got in front. Thank you, Ash. Thank you. Y'all help me this morning. Because I do have a lot on my mind. So y'all pray for that. I do have a lot on my mind right now. God is not allowing me right now to share it with you. I have asked for prayer over there on another post. And I just want to stay focused this morning and do what he's telling me to do. So I know my help come, and I know that y'all will help me. Okay? Good morning. So let me use me, because that's better right now. Okay? So how about, I was working at this job, and I worked at this job where there was a whole bunch of women. Hey, DeWan, I got your message, but I was on my live, so I'll respond when I finish. So I was working at this job, and there's a whole bunch of women. And so when there's a whole bunch of women, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times you're going to have a lot of people telling you, what they feel like based on their emotions, because, we didn't have many men working at the place, so it was a lot of women. So anyway, everybody had like a assignment. It was very few people at that job that I'm talking about that had a husband already. And some of the people who had a husband already, because we hung around, Jesus help us, God. As I think about it, it just becomes really crazy. But a lot of people who had husbands would get to talking to people who didn't have husbands, and they would start feeling some kind of way about their husband. I'm talking, we just had a whole bunch of mess going on. And I thank God for my little bit of time. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Cheryl, help me this morning. That's how I'm supposed to have said it. My help is already with me. Okay. We was at the job, y'all, and we was talking, about stuff, whatever. So I was minding my own business, had already been in regular relationships, had finally got my own place, and had got somewhere for me and my children to be safe, somewhere that they didn't have to grow up, with a whole bunch of toxic stuff and going, and struggling. Hey, Tawana. Going and struggling and all that, right? So I'm at the job, like I said, with a whole bunch of women, and I love y'all. Please note that I love y'all. But we was just a mess. Some of the ladies had boyfriends and whatever in prison, and some of them was, it was just a ooh wee. Okay, let me stay on my story. So one of the girls said, "Princess, you so quiet. You don't never get involved with them conversations and all that right there." And I said, "Well, I really ain't with all this. I'm just coming here to get a check." And so God had already told me to be quiet, be still, and that I would be still for a lengthy amount of time. Okay. But that was the first time now. That was the first time he told me. And so, anyway, at this job, good morning, Tamika, at this job, so they was like, "Well, I know somebody that'll be good for you. And, I'm going to tell them to come over here at lunchtime." And I was like, "Don't tell nobody to come over here at lunchtime and do nothing." Right. So, honey, they ignored me and sent the little man over there at lunchtime. And so he was like, "Can I take you to lunch?" So our first date was at Arby's. So we go to Arby's and we're talking and stuff. And I'm just bored. I'm just be honest with you. I didn't feel nothing about this in my spirit. Wasn't excited about none of this in my spirit. Hey, Sharita. Gonna go and tell y'all the truth about what happened when you get in front of God. And so we're going to fast forward past it, but I needed to tell you this part right here because from the beginning, this thing was not even, I wasn't even feeling this like this. I was like, okay. So then when I got back to work, they wanted to know how it was and all that. So then we sat on a bridge, like more than one woman. And then we sat opposite of each other. So some of our backs was turned. But honey, the conversation became about Princess and this particular person getting together. And this particular person going, they're going to be good together because this and that. And then Princess got these 3 kids and blah, 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 all of that. So she was like, "Did you give him your number?" "Nope." I did. Well, when y'all supposed to talk to each other again? I don't know. I'm reenacting my face just so y'all will see how I felt because I wasn't in it, okay? But I got in front of God. So got back to the house. I was like, whatever, got to my house or whatever. Then I talked to a couple of more people and they was like, "You so hard and you set your standards so high and you just, you always trying to have money when you're supposed to have." And they were just going, oh Lord, honey, everybody just came on. Great morning, Didi. Everybody just came on. So the next day I go to the job. Here they go. "Well, what you looking for? If people ain't gonna come this way, you think everybody gonna be saved and sanctified and filled with the Holy Ghost? Do you think?" I'm just helping somebody this morning. You think why you think the Bible said? Now they were coming with scriptures, y'all. They was coming with, they done dug up some of my past. They done asked questions to people. So I was like, "Ooh, y'all invested more time in this." So guess what Princess started doing? Maybe I am being tough on myself. Maybe my expectations are too high. Maybe my standards are too high. Maybe this, maybe that, or whatever. Maybe I should give them a chance. So by Friday, we're going on another date. Well, I remember pulling up into my mama yard and we were sitting. And so I said, first of all, this is how I was talking. Now listen to this, y'all. This is how I was talking. First of all, I got children. And here he go, "Well, I wasn't never planning on dating nobody with no children." I heard him got out of that car and closed that door and went on up my mama's steps or whatever because I didn't even want him to know where I stayed at that time. See, because I had in my mind what I was supposed to have. But when you get in front of God and when you let people start talking and whispering and carrying on, you better say it, Sharita, now. When you get these folks in your ear and stuff, I'm telling you, and you know what God told you. He told you to start the business, and then you go to asking people who wouldn't help you. Now, I'm going to help somebody this morning who wouldn't help you when you was trying to figure out how to start the business, but they can help you not to do the business. They got enough advice for you not to walk into the, into greatness. Okay. You see what I'm saying? They got some advice, but it ain't nothing to help you get to where God told you to be. It's more than likely going to pull you back from where God told you to be. So, okay, keep that in mind. I'm not telling y'all something I think. I'm telling y'all something I know. I'm trying to help somebody this morning. And I'm coming out of the book of Princes because I couldn't find all the scriptures. There's several in the Bible where people got in front of God. Anyway, so got out the car, closed the door, and went on in my mama's house, got my children, we went on or whatever. I ended up marrying this person, just so I tell y'all. I want to throw something right now, but I can't find nothing that'll be something safe enough to throw where it won't tear up something in this room. Y'all know I'm crazy. So I got married to the person. I can't tell y'all all the things that led up to me getting married to the person. Oh, Jesus. The wedding stuff didn't go right. Folks' dresses weren't right the same day of the marriage. When I tell y'all that God gave me 50, 100, 11,000 million signs. Yes, that is a real number. From day one all the way through. The day of the marriage, my wedding, that day, if anybody knew me then, my wedding was approximately 3 hours and something late. Dresses came, they went together. Somebody left something off of there. I left and went to the store in Noonan trying to find some more dresses on the square of Noonan, Georgia. Got back to the church. It was when I tell you from A all the way to Z, after the wedding, it was stuff jacked up. We can go on the honeymoon right away. I ended up falling asleep on the sofa in my living room in my wedding dress that night. I'm gonna help y'all. Y'all, some people be thinking I be making up stories. This stuff happened for real. It ain't nothing I can make up for y'all. This happened for real. I got witnesses. There was a crowd of witnesses when you get in front of God. And that's why I feel like he didn't let me find nothing in there, because he going to use me today. He laying on the other sofa in my house. Glory to God. Help me this morning, Holy Ghost. I just felt that one. In my house, on the furniture I had, and I know some of y'all finna come and say, well, it was y'all house and y'all furniture, whatever, but let me tell you something. I had already asked God, put on my list that I wanted a man that could provide for me. Ain't trying to hit nobody in the mouth, ain't trying to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm telling you what I did when I got in front of God. I brought the person to my stuff. They came out of their daddy's house. Okay, with their bags. They came out of their daddy's house with their bags. Okay, and they came over to my house. Okay, all right now. I hope I helped somebody this morning. Y'all know truth is hurt. That ain't even what I asked the Lord for. That ain't even what I asked him for. But I couldn't wait on him. For some reason, I allowed things and people and stuff. I didn't want to wait on the Lord. I got in front of him. So then when I got in front of him, when I tell y'all, that caused some pain and suffering. If you want to know some more about that, go on and read the book of Princes. It's over there on Amazon with a question mark. It helped some of y'all out. They that wait on the Lord. He wants us to have wings of eagles, not chickens. He wants us to be able to soar high, reach higher, or whatever. Now, I will tell people I did better. Y'all ain't gonna like this part. I did better in the shacking up situation that I was in. You say what you want to say. I'm telling y'all about the life I live. I did better in the shacking up situation. I'm just telling you. I did better in that since I was sinning. You know what I'm saying? And some folks going to say, well, when you got married, things supposed to get right. That wasn't the will of God. That was not the will of God concerning me. When I came out of shacking, he told me to be still. He told me to separate myself. He told me to close my legs. He told me to get somewhere and be quiet and be still so that he could heal me, so that he could refresh and renew and restore and rebuild. That's what he told me. But I I was on the kick first, and then I got, like I said, I got somewhere where I forgot. I don't know where I forgot, to be honest with you, because I can't blame it on the people, because I should have known better, because I had already been through hell and high water. Help me this morning. I see y'all. I had already been through hell and the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? I got 3 kids. I left the shacking situation while I was pregnant with the baby. And Peyton is the baby. Peyton's 22 now. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord had told me, I'm going to give you these things. I want you to have these things. I'm not ignoring you. I'm trying to prep you for it. I'm trying to prepare you for them. I want you to enjoy your life, princess. I don't want you to keep suffering like you've been suffering, but I need you to be still. You see what I'm saying? Come on now, y'all. All right now, y'all better help. I see y'all. I want you to have better. I want you to walk in the gifts and use the gifts that I gave to you. You see what I'm saying? There, you is crazy. You is retarded this morning. So I was like, Jesus, help God, help God, help Lord, help. Cause my mind is jacked up. You see what I'm saying? My heart ain't right. I brought some stuff over from some, my past or whatever. Okay, so we get into this relationship. When we finally do try to live the life or whatever. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? This is what happens when you get in front of God. I was doing more. Mentally, I was running and racing. He had some health issues, some major health issues that I had to take on. My mama had to help me. My aunt had to come help. My brother had to help. My brother was still acting as a parent, the father to my children, because I still didn't have no help. Oh, Holy Ghost. And they said he would be better. It'd be better if you married because you have some help. I still didn't have no help. I still had to rely on certain people to help me. Miss Janice Sutton had to help me raise these children, and while I went to work, and I had worked more than one job. I call out some names because, again, I have receipts. I have receipts for this here. Glory to God. I have receipts. I'm talking about all of that right there because I got in front of God. I stayed in that relationship for 7 years. I didn't come by and stop by to make it be no bad situation or whatever. I stopped by to tell y'all that the only joy that I found in them 7 years was what I did at church. When I tell you that I cannot blame God and I cannot be talking about, God, you let me get in this situation and all that. He told me, but I got in front of him. I thought I knew better. I thought I knew. He wanted to mend some stuff. He wanted to fix some stuff, like I said, but I got in front of him. I ran on in front of Jesus and thought that I had the answer. And then I'm talking about my money, my finances, my this and that. I moved 3 different doggone times. I end up selling my house. I end up having to, because of his health issues and stuff, I end up having to give back my brand new, and I love that car, Toyota SUV, the 4Runner. I had gotten a brand new one and had went to having to ride around in what I call a Scooby-Doo truck. All the stuff that I had worked hard for, we end up coming out of that house, selling that house, and going down the street to an apartment. I kept praying to God, God, if you will restore, God, if you will restore, God, if you will renew, God, if you will give, God, if you would, God, if you would please, Jesus, 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 every day. Ain't nothing wrong with calling him. But it was something wrong with the choices I made. I was so, I'm talking about for real. Only pleasure, I promise y'all. When he got better, He started dibbling and dabbling in porn. He didn't want me from the beginning. That's the part that the Lord was trying to show, that he really just was trying to come out of his daddy's bedroom. When you get in front of God, ooh, Jesus. Am I helping anybody this morning? Is this helping anybody this morning? Let me tell you something. If you like who you are with, that's one thing. If you love who you are with, if you enjoy spending time who you are with, and you struggle and you want to do the thing what you do because you enjoying who you are with, that is a blessing. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And I pray, I'm telling you, because God is able to fix in me in relationship. My problem was I did not love the person, and I had to confess that I did not love them. I like the fact, I guess, that I could say I was married or something. I don't know what, I promise y'all, I don't know what happened to me. I just thought that I was going to have a different life. I thought that the things that people were telling me were going to happen, and I knew better. It wasn't like I was in my 20s when this happened. I knew better. I knew better. The Lord had already showed and told me. Thank when I didn't get divorced, though, that I didn't sit this behind down, and I thank that I didn't learn a lesson here. Thank that I didn't. Here. Thank that I didn't. Just to stop by to tell y'all. Don't get in front of God. Do not get in front of God. Thank you, Dale. Don't get in front of God. Listen to me. Do not get in front of God. Don't. Stay put. It's gonna be all right. Listen. The friends that's talking to y'all, like y'all see my hands, I get excited. The friends that's talking to y'all about hurrying up and doing stuff or whatever, even if you are in the midst of, some stuff or whatever, and you still, the Lord will direct you. Even if you, let's say you shacking right now. Let me help somebody. Let's say you shacking and you already, ain't got that part right or whatever. Let's say you doing that. Okay. And you say, Lord, I want to do right. But I want to follow after your directions on how to get this right, because I don't want to go ahead of you, because I'm already in a situation, and I don't want to tear up something, because I really love the person that I'm with, and I really want, I feel like this the right one or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever you say to the Lord. And then, you say, Lord, but I'm asking you right now, while I'm in my sin, while I'm in this place right here of uncertainties, I'm confused or whatever, or whatever. I see y'all talking now. Okay. But I see what y'all saying. So y'all, thank y'all for helping me. But it just say you say that to the Lord, and Lord, my marriage is kind of jacked up, and I'm disturbed in a few areas in my life. I don't know what to do concerning my job, but I can't just walk off the job. This would be foolish, especially right now, Lord, because I don't have nobody. I ain't got no more help, whatever. So, but I want you to lead and guide me. When I tell y'all He'll do it, He'll do it. I promise y'all He'll do it. He'll take the story that somebody else told you wasn't going to come out right and fix that thing up real good. I'm just telling y'all what God will do. Because now, let me tell you, this husband, y'all know I got to give him some praise. This one right here got the house, and I had to come to his house. That's what I'm talking about. That's what God was trying to do for me. That's what God was trying to do. This husband right here, if I can't handle it, he has been holding me up, I promise y'all, from 2009, even before we got married. This one right here, I couldn't get the jokers there that lived in the same state with me to take me out on regular dates or whatever. This one right here in this house drove 6 hours on the weekend to come stay. Glory, 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 glory. I want to help somebody this morning. When you get somewhere and be still. When you get somewhere and wait on the Lord. When you get somewhere, I'm telling you, when you do what He telling you to do. And listen, He told me to get some business by myself. I tell my daughters, because I got some God-given kids and the ones I had. I'm trying to tell you, this one right here, if I can't go to work or something like that, He already ready. This one right here. I'm just telling you, I had to bring my stuff. And then I ain't even have to bring my own furniture, honey. I was able to give away all of that stuff up there. Because this one right here, let me go pick out things that I like, that I want to put in the house. This one right here, the one that the Lord sent. Now, I told y'all, get on his knees and pray. He go to God for himself. Go to, look, will beat me to church if we ain't riding together. I'm just telling you. This one right here, I stopped by to tell somebody today, don't get in front of God. Don't get in front of, I don't care what your sister talking about. I don't care what your mama and them talking about. I don't care what them folks at your job talking about. I don't care how lonely you get, baby. Ask God. He'll be a keeper. I'm telling you, he'll take the taste from you. He'll take it. Tamika, thank you. He'll take it from you. You'll get somewhere and be still. You'll get somewhere and be still. I'm telling you. He gives warning. He gives warning. He gave me a whole bunch of them. He gave me a whole bunch of them. Thank you, Didi. He gave me a whole bunch of them. Gave me a whole bunch of signs. Just like Lot's wife. Remember when they were leaving in the Bible and they told Lot's wife not to turn, and that girl turned around anyway and turned into a pillar of salt. She couldn't even go. She done messed it up. She couldn't even go. I'm just telling y'all. Look, open the door for me. I ain't know what that. I'm trying to tell y'all. Open the door for me. Just as country as I am, but then can stand in front of. I'm married to a man who now can articulate, very educated, very educated, very intelligent. I'm just telling y'all. Dee, you better help me this morning, honey. I'm telling you, I just gonna do whatever I want to do. When I tell y'all, I'm trying to help somebody this morning. I don't care what the people say. I don't care. I'm telling y'all. I don't care. I don't care what the people say. I don't care. I know what God can do. I know what God can do. I am a living witness of what God can do when you wait on him, when you listen to him, when you follow his instructions, when you don't lean to your own understanding, when you don't start trying to check clocks and stuff and talking about how old you are and stuff. When you stop all of that, okay, when you trust in the Lord with all your heart, I'm telling you, because this chick right here, I got somewhere to sit down. Because I just was like, you know what, girl, you don't make no good decisions by yourself. You need to find something else to do. You need to get busy. That's what you need to do. You really need to have some business by yourself, because you be sitting somewhere and for some reason you forget your word, and for some reason you throw all, thank you, Dale, he is a great man. You forget all of that God done brought you to. You forget all the stuff. You just go sidetrack and sidewalking or whatever. You just do too much. Princess. And the Lord told me, he said, I want to do the stuff for you. He kept telling me, I want you to have this stuff. I ended up, y'all, in a brand new house in that other marriage. Let me say this. The Holy Ghost telling me to say this for somebody. I ended up, because of my obedience and because of the things that I did while I was in the relationship, I left out of that apartment. Listen now. Oh, Jesus. I had a house. I ended up selling the house to go to an apartment down the street. I left out of that apartment down the street to a house that God had blessed me with that was like my dream home. 5 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a dining area. I mean, it was very nice house. Very, 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 very nice. Okay? I ended up leaving out of that house. Okay? And suffering so much in that marriage that I ended up going to a 2-bedroom apartment just so I could get out of the... The Holy Ghost told me to tell somebody that. You're going to go through a lot of stuff. I'm talking about a lot of stuff when you come out of the will of God. I'm just telling you. You're going to go through a lot of stuff. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. I want you to think you're going to go through more than what you're going to really go through, because I want you not to make these crazy decisions. And it could be pertaining to a job or whatever. If you didn't hear from God, stay, and just get you some music and get your word and stuff. And ask God to go with you, be with you. He already with you, but just let him know that you need him. Just let him know anyway, because he gonna be with you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be with you. All right, as long as you want him there. So just make sure he knows that you are open, you know what I'm saying, to his presence. I'm just telling you. When I tell y'all I had to start off from scratch, by the time Reggie met me, I was standing in a 3-bedroom apartment, working at the school. I was making $1,000 a month. trying to see about me and them kids. Me and the kids. I was making $1,038 a month. Ask God to help me. Ask God to help me just see about my kids. I won't even, Lord, if you would just get me out, Jesus, if you would just help me, Lord. And so every time the Lord just kept coming through. I told Reggie the other day, people were coming through paying for Peyton's football stuff. People was coming through making sure Yana was good with her soccer and stuff. People was coming through. I had people at that school that was looking out for us. I had to stay at the school and I would come up with some great ideas. The Lord gave me some great ideas that actually added some money. God, I didn't even see no way for God to even add no more money to my check. But it got to the point where I was doing so well at that school that they started asking me to travel. I'm telling y'all, asking me to travel to teach the other people at other schools in Fulton County schools. And they were sending me there. And I had to fill out this paperwork. And then that's how the Lord added more money. God is able. God is able. I just stopped by today to tell you that whatever he told you to do, he's able to take care of you. If he told you to walk, walk. If he told you to stay, stay. Whatever he tell you to do, please note that he is capable. Yes, Phyllis, capable and well able to take care of you in whatever he told you to do, because you're only going to be in places for seasons. And the problem with most people is that when they're going to be in places for seasons, they think that it's going to be forever. And that's what the devil wants you to think, that you're going to always be in this relationship. You want to be married, but because, it ain't coming together. The Lord ain't laid it on nobody hard yet to find me. So I just rush on, or I just jump in front. The Lord, because my time is winding up. I'm tired of my children going through this. I'm tired of these people. I've been there. I promise you, I've been there and said all of this right here. But when I tell you that God can come back, I'm talking about redeem time. I'm talking about make you feel like what you had went through, like all of that in my lifetime. Like I promise y'all, sometimes I look at my life now and I get so excited because I be like, I made it out all right. I made it out all right, honey. I don't even look like what I done been through. I don't look like abuse. I don't look like struggle. I don't look like it. That's God, honey. That's God. That's all the way 100% God. Nobody else can get the credit. I don't care what they contributed to it. Can't nobody else get the credit for what it is that is going on in my life but God. I'm telling you, books came out. Books start coming out. I started believing in myself. I started speaking. I used to couldn't stand this raspy voice and this country twang and all that stuff. And folks be trying to tell you, you need to do it this way. You need to do it that way. I said, the Lord told me to do it like this. And if you can't handle it, please get off my page. Please delete yourself. Please go on, because I'm sick of it. Sick of trying to do stuff that people think. You can't be doing what people think. I'm telling you. You'll be jacked up and messed up. Then when you be surfing, they'll be like, well, I told you to go to the cliff. I ain't tell you to jump off. I told you, to talk to him. I ain't tell y'all to get married. I'm telling y'all what people to do. They'll switch up on you. Quick. I told you to pray about it, girl. I didn't say it like that. That's how you took that. Tell the Lord what you want. Tell the Lord what you want. I'm just telling you, Sharika, you laughing, girl, because you know. You laughing because you know. Look, tell the Lord what you want. I don't care if it don't line up with what nobody else want. I tell y'all all the time. I'm just telling you. I'm telling y'all, tell the Lord what you want. I tell the Lord what you want. Lord, I told y'all, even if it's somebody that don't nobody else agree with, your mama might not agree with it and all that, but tell the Lord what you want. And say, Lord, I want them to be saved. I want them to be sanctified. Lord, I want her to be saved and sanctified. Lord, I want them to be able to cater to, some of my needs, and I be able to cater to somebody else. And I ain't going to even say all of them, Lord, because some of the stuff we want ain't even right. So, Lord, you know what I'm saying. And then just tell the Lord, you know what I'm saying. All right, now, Cheryl, that's what I'm talking about. Just be straight. That's what I like about Truth is Her. You could do that right there, what Cheryl just did. She called them out. That's what she want. See, that's what I'm talking about. That is what Princess is talking about. Right there. You think God won't see by his children? You want to look, you are a favorite. You are a favorite. So y'all be blessed today. I don't know what else to say. And for those of you that prayed, I'm gonna hang up after this. Those of you who prayed for my family, y'all don't know what y'all did last night or this morning or whatever, whoever's still praying. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. I've been saying that for the last 3 or 4 days to some folks. And folks been ignoring me and stuff. The prayers of the righteous availeth much. For those of you that are seeking God concerning something, you see what I'm saying? I'm telling you to tell some people who can pray. Because the prayers of the righteous availeth much. And some things have been stopped last night because some of y'all took the time out of your busy schedule, out of your sleep, to pray for us. And I'm going to come back when the Lord tell me, because he didn't tell me today. When he tell me, I'm going to come back and tell you what your prayers did. And I don't even think some of y'all realize what you capable of. I really don't. I'm thinking, because it's hard when it's something that you got to ask the Lord for concerning yourself. So that's why you need for us to join in with you. And we don't mind. We don't mind. You ain't got to tell folks all your business. You just put in there, I need prayer. And we going to pray that God's will be done concerning your life. And we're going to pray. And if you want to be like my sister and call out the person's name and stuff or whatever, I ain't got no, I'm not judging. Because when I tell you that I asked about Reggie and all I was doing was asking about Reggie, but he must have been in my heart. Because when I tell you he is my heart desire, he had to, all I did was ask somebody one day when we were standing on the street where he was. And this the Holy Ghost telling me to tell y'all that too. I just was asking somebody, I said, how is this person? And I went down the street to each house that was on the road. And then I asked him, I said, well, how is Reggie good? And it must have been my heart's desire. Because I promise y'all, the Lord, all the way from Afghanistan. I'm finna dance. Oh, I gotta say it. And then I'm gonna hang up. I promise you. All the way from Afghanistan to Fairburn, Georgia. Look at God. I want y'all to see God. All the way from Afghanistan. See, look, all the way around the world. I want y'all to see how God did this right here. And we kept doing this right here and kept missing each other. We grew up around each other. I'm just telling y'all, grew up around each other. I was in the same place with him for a whole year or whatever. He never talked to me. We never dated. None of that. All the way when God got ready. We was around the corner, I'm telling you. But God didn't even put us together then. And then years later, all the way from Afghanistan, I was in Fairburn, Georgia. Y'all can doubt him if you want to. Y'all ain't got to believe in it, I'm saying. Y'all ain't got to believe nothing I'm saying. I'm just keep being a light, keep being an example. Y'all gonna have the faith that you have. Have the faith that you have. Because God brought me somebody. I'm talking about for real. And it wasn't late. It wasn't late. So y'all have a blessed day. And lean not to your own understanding. And make sure you don't get in front of God.